why you went with camel milk. I'm interested to know your thinking. Why do you think it's camel milk?
It's a guess. I was running short of time.
Just a guess, just a guess. I thought since we are talking about Bikaner and its desert area, hence you went with desert and camel.
A very good afternoon to one and all. A very warm greeting from Inspiria Knowledge Campus. And we have reached a very, very interesting and an important landmark in the entire journey of InspiriaQ. What started somewhere in the month of June in 2 phases has now ended up with 7 participants who have cut through the chase of 20,000 participants that have participated across India. And they have also cleared 2 semi-finales to make it to the finale. Yes, we have 7 participants from again across India who have made it to the finale of InspiriaQ. Nothing has managed to stop us. Not the pandemic, not the fact that we are not doing physically or as in person this quiz which we were doing in the past 5 years. Our 6th edition is a very, very special one where we host everybody digitally. Yes, and we've even made it grander for our Facebook Live audiences. So all you need to do is play along. Thanks to our sponsors, we have around 40 gifts to be given out. Well, one by one, I would tell you what is it that is in store for you. To start with, we have KSDOs. They are giving out around 30 hampers. All you need to do is just be as participative as possible in the comments column. T10 Sports is giving out gift vouchers. All you need to do is go on their website and redeem the vouchers for some really sporty goodies. Fasten Up is giving out vouchers worth 1,000 rupees to top 3 most active people. Yes, so that's something up for grab. Foxin, they are leading in the digital space and they're giving out Bluetooth speakers to our participants. And lastly, it's very important to remain fit. So we have Iconic Dance Fitness Studio giving out some fitness vouchers so you can avail up to 3 classes with them. Yes, do Pilates, do Zumba, or do a little bit of core workout, whatever your choice may be. They will keep you fit in this pandemic. And now let's come to our participants. 7 participants and 3 are going to take home some massive goodies. Yes, like every year, we are giving out cash prizes to the winners of InspiriaQ. Starting from the 3rd runner-up, who will take home 10,000, to the 2nd runner-up, 15,000, and the winner will take home 25,000 rupees hard cash. Yes, are you all excited? I am super excited for this one. I would now like to invite the man behind the person who always puts together this very interesting quiz for us, Mr. Gautam Bose, the owner of Grey Cells, who's been with us for 5 years, and this list doesn't end. Over to you, Gautam. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Gunjan. It's been always a huge pleasure to be associated with Inspiria Knowledge Campus. Whenever I've done this, I've said this many times in the past, but I really, really mean it. Whenever I host an event for Inspiria Knowledge Campus, it has always been a wonderful feeling for me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, to all our audience who are watching us on Facebook and elsewhere, a warm welcome to the big one. InspiriaQ 2020, the digital edition, the first of its kind. All right. I call this round, What's Your Choice? The other part that is very important for all of you to know today, and I'm going to be absolutely strict on this because this is the big one. Once the question is on your screen, you have only 10 seconds, mind you, 10 seconds. So we have a timer with us. Once your 10 seconds are passed, you will not be allowed to take a try on that particular question. The first question, SHM Dijayega, all the best. Here comes your question on your screen. Which of these desserts means, quote unquote, burnt cream in French? Is it the creme brulee? Is it the tiramisu, gelato, or waffles? Please don't forget to unmute yourselves when you are speaking. SHMD, you should unmute yourself now. You roughly have another 4 seconds only.
A. Cream brulee.
Cream brulee is what you mean. If you're correct, SHMD Jaigaon, you will get your opening 7 points. But as I said, there is a downside to this also. If you are incorrect, you lose 5 points. I'm hoping that does not happen. Let's see if you're correct or not. Let's click A, creme brulee. It is absolutely right. Opening 7 points. Let's give SHMD Jaigaon a round of applause. Opening 7 points is what he gets. All right, then, good to move on to our next contestant from APS Bendubi. As I keep repeating, I've said this in the earlier rounds of InspiriaQ 2020 that this team has been traditionally very strong at this particular quiz, hoping they have a good show. So APS Bendubi, if you're ready, here comes your question on the screen. This is your question. Training for which Indian sport is usually divided into 4 main parts consisting of something known as a Maithari, Kolthari, Angthari, and Verunkai. These are the 4 main parts in which what Indian sport is divided into. And your options are Silambam, Malakam, Kalaripayattu, or is it Kho-Kho?
Sir, I think it's C, Kalaripayattu.
You think it's C, Kalaripayattu comes from God's own country, Kerala. Let's see if your answer is correct or not. Let's click C. Kalaripayattu is absolutely right. Plus 7 points. APS Bendubi, you can afford a smile for yourself. Well done to you. That's plus 7 points for APS Bendubi also. Moving on to the next question now, which is a duet for DAV Nepal, to our international contestant. All the best to you. Here comes your question on the screen. Who was the longest reigning Sultan of the Ottoman Empire? Was it Osman the First? Was it Sulaiman? Yes.
Sir, I can't see the question in the screen.
It is visible to others, I believe. SHM.
Now, sir, now it's visible.
So your internet connection might be a little weaker, but any which ways, I'm going to repeat the question once again for you. Who was the longest reigning Sultan of the Ottoman Empire? Osman the First, Sulaiman the First, Mehmed the First, or Ahmed the First? 4 more seconds. Quick answer.
Sir, it's A, Osman 1.
Osman the First is your answer. Let's key in A, Osman the First. I have taken that answer. Once I key in an answer, I cannot allow you to retract or change your answer. Osman the One is unfortunately incorrect. So you lose 5 points, but doesn't matter. Still a long way to go. But what that means is this question is now open to our Facebook audience. You have 3 more options to choose from. You can choose between Sulaiman the First, which is option B, Mehmed the First, or Ahmed the First. Keep those answers coming thick and fast. And I reiterate at this point in time that there are some wonderful, wonderful prizes for participants who have the most engagement, who give more number of correct answers, and fast. So those are the 3 parameters that we are going to judge you on while giving prizes. But at the moment, breaks my heart to say, DAV Nepal, you lose 5 points. So we'll quickly move on to our next contestant from DPS Siliguri, Rishal. Rishal, here comes your question on the screen. Which important personality from Indian history has the patent for designing a polo mallet? Mind you, we are talking about polo mallet by the name of Marco. Was it Lord Mountbatten, Lord Minto, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, or Mir Usman Ali Khan? Those are your 4 options. Lord Mountbatten, Lord Minto, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, or Mir Usman Ali Khan. Last 3 seconds. Contestant number 4. 3.
So Lord Mountbatten.
Okay, Lord Mountbatten is what Rishal keys in. Let's see if that is correct or not. Wonderful answer, plus 7 points. Let's clap for contestant number 4, DPS Siliguri, opening 7 points. And to our audience, Lord Mountbatten, besides doing a lot of many things during the partition of India and Indian freedom struggle, he was also a person who was pretty fascinated by the game of polo. He liked polo and he holds a patent for designing a polo mallet. Mallet is the one with which you play polo, with which you hit the ball in polo. And he holds a patent for that by the name of Marco. Well answered. Let's move on to the next question, which is going to be a direct for participant number 5 from SGS Darjeeling. Here comes your question. Historically known as Shiraz-e-Hind, the city was founded by the Sultan of Delhi, Firoz Shah Tughlaq. This city: Tughlaqabad, Firozabad, Jaunpur, Mehrauli. These are your 4 options. Is the direct for SGS, contestant number 5. Last 3 seconds. 2, 1. Over. I cannot take that answer anymore. I cannot take that answer, SGS Darjeeling, because right at the top, please do not answer anymore, SGS Darjeeling, because I had said that right at the top that I'm going to be very strict today with timing.
Oh, am I audible? I did not hear anything.
Right now you are audible. Right now you are audible. Yes, you can only be audible when you unmute yourself. I think all of you, DAV Nepal, SHMD Jaigaon, please unmute yourself. SHMD Jaigaon, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Could you see the question?
Yes, sir. I can see it
Yes.
clearly.
So I'm going to use my discretion, SGS Darjeeling. I am going to take that as a negative. I'm going to give that as a -5. Another reminder to all the participants, you will have to unmute yourself. That's a simple click of a button while speaking. That's obvious. If you don't unmute yourself, I won't be able to hear you. All right, so this goes back to our Facebook audience. I'm going to throw it back at you. The question is pretty simply the name of a city. Historically, it was known as Shiraz-e-Hind. It was founded by the Sultan of Delhi, Firoz Shah Tughlaq, in memory of his cousin Muhammad bin Tughlaq. You'll have to tell us which city is this. Tughlaqabad, Firozabad, Jaunpur, or Mehrauli. That was your question. Since we didn't get an answer in time from the participant, I'm going to reveal the answer myself. Let's see the correct answer. This is the town of Jaunpur in Uttar Pradesh. That was the correct answer. Moving on to DBS Siliguri. DBS, once again, reminder, once your time is up, please do not try and answer after that because your score won't be registered. All the best to you. Here comes your question. Who is the mascot for military intelligence of Indonesia? Mind you, we are talking about the country of Indonesia. Is it Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, Arjuna, or Lord Hanuman? Military intelligence.
Sir, Lord Hanuman, option D.
Absolutely correct. That was very, very quick. Let's give a round of applause. Let's give a round of applause. That is indeed Lord Hanuman. Is the correct answer. That's plus 7 points for DBS Siliguri. And the simple drill for all our 7 participants today is, whenever you hear a good answer, and sometimes even if the question is good, you can clap because that keeps us all motivated. All right, moving on to the last question of the opening round is going to be a direct for TNSS Sikkim. Another wonderful city, Sikkim. Let's go, not city as per se, because that's a state. What I meant is Gangtok. But nonetheless, here comes your question on the screen. All right, lovely. What unusual ingredient is added to Bikaneri Bhujia to enhance its flavor? This is very tricky. Bikaneri Bhujia. Is camel milk added, cactus leaf dust, desert sand, or is it raindrops? All fascinating options. camel milk, cactus, desert sand, raindrop. Last 3 seconds. 3, 2.
Option A, sir.
Option A, camel milk. I'm interested to know why you went with camel milk. I'm interested to know your thinking. Why do you think it's camel milk?
It's a guess. I was running short of time.
Just a guess, just a guess. I thought since we are talking about Bikaner and its desert area, hence you went with desert and camel, so camel milk. But unfortunately, your answer is incorrect. It's not camel milk. Let's first click on camel milk is incorrect. Never mind, these are early days. -5 points is what you pick up, but I'm sure you're going to do wonderfully well in the remaining part of the quiz. Back to our Facebook audience. You have 3 options to choose from: cactus leaf, desert sand, and raindrop. Mind you, it's added in very minute quantities, but it is said to have an enhancing flavor on Bikaneri bhujia. The answer is, believe you me, is desert sand. Sand is put in to enhance the flavor of Bikaneri bhujia. All right, so that about does it for the opening round of the grand finale at InspiriaQ 2020. We've had some hits, some misses, but that is all part of the game. Not to worry. We have one more question which is directed to the audience. So this is just for the audience. Here comes your question. And this is your turn to win some exciting prizes. To alleviate the sufferings of a drought inflicted by the demons Surpadaman on the people, sage Agastya approached Lord Shiva. Thus, which river is said to have originated? Which river is thus said to have originated? To alleviate the sufferings of drought inflicted by demon Surpadaman on the people, sage Agastya approached Lord Shiva. Your options are Narmada, Yamuna, Kaveri, or Gomti. These are your options. All right, I'm going to leave it for a couple more seconds because I've been giving 10 seconds to each of our participants. I guess I can afford that time to our Facebook audience also. Last couple of seconds. Now on to the answer. Kaveri. It's B, Kaveri. That's the origin of the river that I was talking about. All right, so we are done with the opening round. It's time to have a first look at the scores. At the end of the opening round, ladies and gentlemen, participant number 1 from SHMD Jaigaon, who is looking rather tensed. I don't know why. He's doing wonderfully well. He's on 7 points. Well done to you. APS Bengdubi on table number 2 is also on 7 points. Participant number 3 from DAV Nepal is on -5. DPS Siliguri on +7. SJS Darjeeling on -5. DBS Siliguri on 7 points. And TNSS Sikkim is also on a -5. So those are the scores at the end of the opening round. Let's quickly move on to the second round of the quiz, which essentially should have been the opening round. But as I said, I thought of giving some easy, half volleys to start the quiz with so that you can pick up some easy points. But from here onwards, no more easy questions, no more options, straightforward quizzing. Next round, I call it the launch pad. But before we go there, let me quickly tell you the rules of the round. We will have one direct question at each of the contestants. Scoring pattern +10 points for each correct answer. There are no negatives. So that is very important. Hear me loud and clear. There are no negatives. So please feel free to take guesses. And the round will proceed in a clockwise direction, starting with team 1 and will go towards team number 7. +10, no negatives. Here we go with the next round. I call this round the launch pad. Here comes the first question, which is a direct for our wonderful contestant from Jaigaon. Jaigaon, to our Facebook audience, if all of you are not aware of it, I mean, people locally, people who are in and around Siliguri would be knowing this place. but I'm given to understand that people from across the country are watching this on Facebook. So to tell you about this wonderful little hamlet, this is at the border of India and Bhutan. So if you get a chance, please visit this place. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. All right, SHMD Jagao, here comes your question on the screen. All right, something to do with fashion. I am hoping you are fashionable yourself and you can give us the right answer. Owing to its resemblance to an everyday item used in packaging, these types of trousers are known by a certain name due to the scrunchy waists or waistlines that these trousers have. Simple question, what are these trousers called? Mind you, it has, you can work this out, it has certain resemblance to a everyday item. Yes, SHMD, what's your answer?
The answer is peg pants.
The answer is, once again,
Peg trousers.
how do you spell that?
PEG.
Peg.
Trousers.
All right. This is a school quiz, but I don't know what peg were you thinking about. The word peg can be used in different constructs, but we'll not go into it. Unfortunately, that's not the right answer. Peg is not the right answer, but cheers to your answer is what I can say. Moving on to our next contestant from APS Bendubi. What's your answer?
So,
Take a guess. There are no negatives at all. Think about everyday item. I think I'll have to pass that. Passing that to participant number 3 from DAV Nepal. Quick answer. You don't get that much time on a rebound. DAV Nepal. You have an answer?
Yoga pants.
Once again, please.
Sorry, yoga pants.
Yoga pants. All right. There are certain pants known as yoga pants, but this is not the one. Moving across to DPS Siliguri.
Hula pants, HOLA, hula pants.
Hula pants. All right. Congratulations for giving birth to a new fashion item, but this is not a hula pant. Moving on to SJS. SJS Darjeeling. What's your answer?
Are these called paperback pens?
Are these called is asking a question to the quizmaster, not a bright idea, dear. You have to sound a little more confident than that.
Okay, my answer is paperback pens.
Paperback pants. All right, so SJS Darjeeling, before I tell you whether you are right or incorrect, can I ask you this? Do you own any such pant in your personal wardrobe? You don't have to be shy.
No.
You don't. All right. But fair enough,
No,
you know
really
the
no.
answer. You know the answer. That's absolutely correct. Huge round of applause to our participant number 5. Huge round of applause. That is indeed the paperback pants. See, it does resemble this everyday item, the paper bags in which we do our everyday shopping. Hence, it's called the paperback pants. Wonderful answer there from SJS Darjeeling, who has just told us that he does not have this in his wardrobe, but he knows about this fashion item. Very, very fashionable answer from you indeed. Well then, after that lovely answer, let's move on to the next direct question, which is for APS Bendubi. APS, all the best. Here comes your question on the screen. A long question, but a short answer nevertheless. Talking about a Sufi shrine, the picture of which is put in the question. This Sufi shrine is dedicated to the Islamic mystic Sayyid Usman Marwandi and is located in Shivan, which is in Sindh. Highly respected by people of all religions because he preached religious tolerance between Muslims and Hindus. He was known for his usual red attire and divine spirit. Mind you, that's very important. He was known for wearing his red attire. A contemporary of the famous Rumi, he traveled around the Muslim world and settled eventually in Sevan, where he was eventually buried. What is the more popular name of the Sufi saint, and through which popular work of Khusro do we best remember him? APS, before we start taking answers, let me remind you once again, there are two parts to this question. One part is, I'm looking for the more popular name of this Sufi saint. That is one part. The second part is, how do we best remember this person through a popular work of Khusro? That's the second part. So the popular work and the popular name of the person. Those are the two parts. I'm going to split points, 5 points for either parts. APS Bandubi, can we have your answer now?
Sir, so the saint is, I mean, I'm not completely sure.
Take a guess.
Sir, Saint Lal Shehbaz Qalandar.
Lal Shehbaz Qalandar. All right. And what do you think is the name of the popular work of Khusro through which we remember him?
So, the shrine of Lal Shehbaz Qalandar.
So that's the popular work of Khusro. All right. APS, at this point in time, I'm not saying if you're right, on the right track, any of that. Let's move on to the next participant, DAV Nepal. Mind you, two parts, the popular name and the work.
So second part might be Dargah.
All right. What is the first part?
First part,
I'll have to pass that. Today we are very strict on time.
Hazrat
DPS,
Saha.
okay, DAV Nepal, once I say I'm passing you, please do not put in your answer after that. DPS Siliguri.
So the second part, is it like Khanka? And the
Okay.
first part is Lal Shahzaz Qalandar, like.
Okay, I'm interested to know about the first part once again.
Sir, Lal
The popular
Shahbaz
work?
Khanka. Sir, popular work Khanka.
Okay, passing that to SJS Darjeeling.
Okay, so we know the Sufi saint better by the name Lal Shahbaz Qalandar, and the popular work of Khusro is the song Damadam Mast Qalandar.
Wonderful, wonderful answer. Wonderful, wonderful answer. I'm so surprised so many participants missed it. Damadam Mast Qalandar, wonderful, wonderful Sufi rendition by a lot of singers. It's one of the most popular Sufi songs that you'll ever come across. This is Damadam Mast Qalandar, the work of Khusro. And the popular name, though you have given us his full name, but the popular name is Mast Qalandar. That would have sufficed. Mast Qalandar is the popular name of this Sufi saint, and this is Damadam Mast Qalandar. Let's have a look at the answer first. Lal Shahbaz Qalandar or Mast Qalandar, and the song is Damadam Mast Qalandar. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to split points since I did not say if any of the participant was correct or incorrect. APS Bendubi, I believe, was the first participant to say Lal Shahbaz Qalandar. Am I right, APS Bendubi? So APS Bendubi, I'm going to give you 5 points for saying Lal Shahbaz Qalandar. But I hadn't revealed if you were correct or incorrect. So in all fairness, I have to give in full 10 points to our contestant number 5 from SJS Darjeeling for giving us both the parts correctly, Damadam Mast Qalandar and Lal Shahbaz Qalandar. Let's have a round of applause for participant number 5 and of course participant number 2 from APS Bendubi. All right, next direct question now is for DAV Nepal. Same rules follow. DAV Nepal, please try and key in your answer as quickly as you can. Here comes your question on the screen. And DAV Nepal, since you had a problem last time, do not forget to unmute yourself when you give an answer. This is one of my personal favorite questions. Something about the Yubitsume. It is a Japanese ritual. So I'm talking about a Japanese ritual to atone for offenses towards another, a way to be punished or to show sincere apology and remorse to another. In modern times, it is primarily performed by the Yakuza, one of the most prominent Japanese criminal organizations. Many of you might have come across the name the Yakuza, which is the Japanese criminal clan. Primarily, the ritual of Yubitsume is performed by them. My simple question is, what exactly is this ritual? This is performed to atone for offenses or as an apology towards others. What do you think is the ritual of Yubitsume?
Sir, punishing in one's little finger.
You have to be a little more precise. In what form? Go on, I'm interested at your answer, DAV Nepal. Please give us the complete story. Unmute yourself, DAV.
Sir, I don't know exactly, but I just know that they punish in little fingers.
I mean, how? They give you a ring on your little finger, they put a ring on your little finger, they do a high five with the little finger. I need something more. You can't say that? All right, passing on to DPS Siliguri.
So like what happens is they chop off those little finger, wrapped it with clothes, and like they cut it off with a knife, and they offer apology.
All right, so DPS, what DPS Siliguri is saying is very interesting, taking from what from where DAV Nepal left. He's saying, DPS Siliguri is saying that the little finger is chopped off, it's cut. And that is what the tradition of Yubitsume is. Ladies and gentlemen, it is for a reason that DPS Siliguri Rishal is a champion quizzer, and he's proving it today. Huge round of applause for DPS Siliguri. Wonderful answer, Rishal. You get your full 10 points. I'm afraid I can't give any points to DAV Nepal. You did mention about the little finger, but I did ask you for a precise answer. This is what happens. Amputating portions of the little finger. So look closely at the little finger. It's not always done voluntarily. Of course, you would have seen in various crime movies that their thumb is actually chopped off. Okay, not always done voluntarily, of course. All right, good to go to the next question, which is a direct for DPS Siliguri. DPS, here comes your direct question on the screen. Name the Indian village in Kerala which is famous for creating a unique kind of front reflecting metallic mirror which doesn't distort image and hence shows one their truest self. Very, very high quality product. It is known, this particular village in Kerala is known for this product. I'm looking for the name of the village. DPS Siliguri, you roughly have about 5 seconds.
So the village is Oranamula, and it is called Oranamula Kannadi.
Absolutely. Wonderful answer. Wonderful answer. This is Aranmula. Absolutely. Full 10 points once again to DPS Siliguri. All right. Let's do a quick exercise. Let's do a quick exercise. To all of you, listen to me carefully. I'm going to give you some very important piece of news, which is going to be essential for the outcome in today's quiz. All the 7 participants, unmute yourself. All the 7 participants, unmute.
Yes, sir.
DAV Nepal, you are still muted?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. No, you don't have to speak. Just unmute yourself. Now, for the next 3 seconds, all the 7, including DPS Siliguri, please do clap for that wonderful answer. Loudly. Wonderful. So this is all that is. We are doing it virtually. Now all of you can mute yourselves back. Please understand there are lots of trials and tribulations of doing something in the online format. Of course, we have to keep it fair. We have to do many, many technically challenging things. What you eventually see on your Facebook is just the finished product, but a lot of things goes in the background work. So we are trying our best to keep ourselves motivated and have a good time. Well then, with that thought, DPS Siliguri, please moisten your throats. You are doing well. Drink a lot of water and do well of whatever remains in the quiz. But for the moment, let's move on to the next participant. Participant number 5.